Good Sunday afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another video. And today, you're going to get two videos. So, the first video you'll see will be my Shazam double feature review. So, I'm going to get started talking about that. And, I just recently watched this, I want to say last Tuesday, in preparation of Shazam Fury of the Gods. And this was the second time for me seeing this after theaters. And it's definitely one of the best DCEU movies to come out of that era. So, yeah. This tells the story of a 14-year-old named Billy Batson who bounced back from foster home after foster home until he is adopted by this foster family with 5 other kids. So he's on this journey to see if he's worthy to become Shazam, or Captain Marvel if you want to be. Oh wait, it's very confusing, but Mr. Marvel for DC. Anyway, so he is visited by this wizard who has the powers of Shazam, which turns him into Zachary Levi here. And he basically has the powers of Superman, so he's like a second-rate Superman. But Mark Strong is in this movie, and he is the villain. His name is Thaddeus Savannah, and he envelops the power of the 7 deadly sins, and they get into like this ball thing, and they get into his eye. It's really, really confusing. But the thing that stands out in this movie is definitely the camaraderie between this new group of kids that Billy Batson meets. And this has a lot of heart to it, especially the story of Billy's mother abandoning him when he's like 5 or 6. And his mom was like 17 when she had him. And they were just at like a carnival one day. And Billy got distracted. And his mother didn't even try to find him. So there's a very, very emotional scene in here where he actually does find his mom. And she has nothing to do with them. That was probably one of the most emotional parts of the DCEU, in my opinion. But you have definitely a lot of laughs because Shazam is basically like a man-child, and he has to save Philadelphia from Savannah and his 7 deadly sins. But overall, I really do enjoy this movie quite a bit. It does take a while to get to the Shazam family, but every single character in here works as a cohesive team. So, overall, I would honestly give this movie an A, because the DCEU to me has more downs than ups. And I was just thinking about this earlier this morning. This one, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman are the ups for this slate of films. But it's the superhero craze. It's getting kind of too much at this point they haven't really been making many DCEU movies, but then James Gunn acquired all of his DC plans, so I'm hoping he can do something original with his new movies coming out. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Shazam and the DCEU, which is going to turn into the DCU in the next couple years. But now I'm going to talk to you about Shazam, Fury of the Gods. And this was released on Friday. Get this, a month to the day after Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So, let's get into this. And this picks up like 4 years after the events of the original. And this movie delivers on more of the magic and mythology of the Greek goddesses. You have Calypso, played by Lucy Liu, Hespera, played by Helen Mirren, and Rachel Zegler as Anthea. And they're just three daughters of Zeus, I want to say. It wasn't really explained, but they like literally want to take over the world and make Philadelphia their now home. I had fun with this, but it is a movie that we've seen many a times, and some of the camaraderie is on the cutting room floor because you don't see much of the kids. It's more been their adult superhero forms. So, Calypso, which is played by Lucy Liu, she becomes power hungry and she wields the staff of the wizard. And every time she points it, there's like this blue light that comes out, and she takes away the power of the Shazam family. So at points, you don't even get to see the adult versions of the Shazam family. And I kind of wanted a little bit more of that. But, yeah. There is a forced relationship in here, and I knew it from the start because this movie starts off very, very dark, where it's Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren. They're at like this museum that features Greek mythology, and they just turn everybody to stone. It's not a bad opening, but this movie does get really generic, but I still had fun with it. So you definitely get a lot more creature stuff in here, especially in this third act. It's a third act that's been done like 20,000 times. But one thing that really spoiled this movie was the marketing, and it wasn't a good idea at all to put that in the final TV spot. If you know about it, then I won't get into it, but the marketing reveals a certain character that shows up at the very end of this movie. And it literally made me not anticipate this movie that much. But it just follows every superhero movie that I've seen for 15 years, even more than that. But I still really did enjoy this movie. Is it better than the first one? I don't think so. But it's still a really fun time at the movies. So overall, I'm going to give Shazam, Fury of the Gods I'm sticking this at a B for now. It might get better on rewatch, but these superhero movies need to come up with more originality and do something that has never been done before, because all these superhero movies are kind of becoming the same thing for me. There are some good ones, but it's just becoming Marvel and DC fatigue for me. I mean, this year we still have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Flash, possibly Blue Beetle, and The Marvels. So that's already exhausting, but I'll see how all those are. But out of those 4 that I just mentioned, the 2 I'm most looking forward to are Guardians of the Galaxy and The Flash. So hopefully superhero movies start declining and take a break from being made, because it's getting to be a little bit too much. I mean, I'll see them, but we don't need 6 or 8 coming out every 2 months. But anyway, that was a little rant. But hope you guys enjoyed I had a visitor. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and film my review for John Wick. So look forward to that here in a minute. And throughout the week, you'll see John Wick Chapter 2. And I also started this channel with John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. So that's already on the channel. It's the very first video I filmed. So if you want to check that out, you can go down into my channel and find it. But of course, John Wick Chapter 4 comes out on Friday. I'll definitely have a review for that up as soon as possible. I'll also do a John Wick ranking. And I'll also have a Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves movie review as well. So I still have quite a bit left in March. You're probably not even going to see a book haul this month. But yeah. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'll see you soon. Adios. Peace.